Hello and welcome back to Enderal. So we're back here after that, all that big explosion that just happened, and Finn and Carbos died. I think they died anyway. Oh, they sent me flying with that explosive arrow, whatever it was. But it looks like Jespar Dal'Varek has saved us here. Maybe. What? Where am I? Who are you?
Jespar Dal'Varek. Jespar for short. And you, my friend,
Jespar.
are in my very own campsite. And
Not
before you
Jespar.
ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary.
Oh no.
The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into a thicket. Luckily enough, most of your injuries are only superficial, and I've already taken care of them. Your fever, though, is an entirely different story.
How do you know all this? Were you there when they attacked?
Suffice it to say, I was on the perimeter. And no, I didn't help for two reasons. One, I was outnumbered like crazy, and two, I'm in a happy relationship with my entrails. I wish I had a more heroic answer for you, but I don't. Sorry.
My fever. Do you know anything about it?
Yep, quite a lot, actually. You're suffering from first-degree Arcanist's fever. I'm quite surprised that the old apothecarius didn't see that, to be honest. You're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs, right? And you're feeling unusually strong and dizzy at the same time? While drinking herbal potions leaves kind of a bitter feeling in your head?
It does, yes. When this Arcanist's fever is this Arcanist fever is responsible for these things I can suddenly do, the magic.
Yep. Your magical talent has broken free inside you. I don't have any myself, but I've worked together with enough Arcanists to know the signs.
Okay.
Simply put, what's happening is that your body can't cope with the magic. This isn't much of a problem at first, but if you don't do anything about it within the next couple of months, you'll find yourself running through the heartland naked, throwing fireballs at everything that moves. You'll lose your mind, to speak plain and all.
Okay, so it's a bit like the Dragon Age lore, sort of where like some people are gifted with magic and some others aren't, and people like magic just awakens randomly sometimes. But the fever can be treated, right?
Yes, of course. Though someone who's magically gifted will always react differently to certain situations than someone who isn't. As I said, some herbs will always worsen your fever, as will magically contaminated areas.
So this fever gets worse whenever I drink potions?
Among other things, yes. Just as being magically gifted can make a person powerful, it can also make them sensitive and prone to certain conditions. Just don't overdo it sleeping in ruins or in the wilderness. Instead, set up a camp somewhere. Plus, as you've already said yourself, don't overdo it with potions.
So yeah, it's the same as when that with what I've been getting from drinking stuff, and when I was in that ruin, my percentage was that thing was going up. What happens if I do these things? How does this fever affect me exactly? And how do I treat it with this? Let's go with this up here.
Well, that depends on how bad it gets. At first, you'll suffer these diffuse headaches from time to time. Then your sight will permanently blur. And then you'll suffer a case of acute death, so to speak.
The fever can kill me?
Yep. Everything has its price, as the wise hermit likes to say.
And how can I treat it with this grunt root extract?
What? No. That won't help you in the long run. What you need is ambrosia. A special mixture of herbs that can remedy the fever without any side effects.
Yeah, I've got some of that.
Every good alchemist has that in stock, but it'll cost you.
And what about these visions?
Visions?
Let's see. So you got don't worry about it. Well, that's what I call them when I have these kind of premonitions of things which are about to happen. Are they also side effects? Oh, so the explosion that I saw, was that the explosion of the fire arrow that they shot? Or the explosion that they shot at us?
No. Well, none that I know of. The only visions I ever had were those that come along with a good pipe of peaceweed. You know what? Someone has to take care of your fever. And as it happens, I know someone who could. But in return, I want you to tell me everything. How did you get here? And what did you do in that temple? And what exactly did you see in those visions?
Shouldn't have probably told him that.
I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you. And that makes me curious. So, Healing for information. What do you say?
I'm not sure I trust you, but I haven't got really much of a choice here, do I?
Then shoot. I'm eager to listen.
Hey, you should be healing me first. You bastard.
I understand. My condolences for your loss. So that means you somehow survived this execution. And before you got washed ashore, you had this, this dream? In which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light.
Yes, but it wasn't just a dream. It was more likely a memory. Or more like a memory. The temple I saw in it was exactly the same as the one in the valley. Do you know what I mean?
I hope so. So your magical outburst didn't happen slowly as it usually does, but all of a sudden after this near-death experience. And with it came these visions.
Correct.
Interesting. I guess you know how absurd all this must sound, but somehow I believe you. Heck knows why, but I do. So, that means I'll introduce you to my employer. If anyone can help you, it's him. There is, however, one thing with which I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can start our journey to Ark.
Knowledge, what exactly is Ark?
Ark? The capital of this country? Walls high as towers of iron-hard stone, rest alone in the mountains in granite enthroned, never decaying, the ages surveying, guarded by the Lord, and blah 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 blah, and so on and so forth. If you plan on staying in this land, sooner or later you'll see it with your own eyes.
Damn right, we'll learn all the stuff. Get all the knowledge. And if don't want to help you, who's this employer of yours?
Aren't you curious? I like that. I work for the Holy Order.
Whoa. Hang on a second now. The Holy Order, you mean the military unit of the gods?
Yes, but as you might know, this is the realm of Malphas, the guardian of the Lightborn. And here, the Order basically reigns for him. It's both the spiritual and judicial center of this country, so believe me, you'll see for yourself soon enough.
Okay. If I don't want to help you...
That's your call, I suppose. My curiosity is satisfied. But without me accompanying you, the guards won't let you into the Sun Temple in Ark. And that's where you need to go in order to treat your fever. But as I said, no hard feelings on my side if you want to play the lone wolf.
Okay, then I'll help you. The faster I get rid of this fever, the better.
Splendid. There are some things that need some explanation before we can get started, however. Where should I start? I take it you've noticed that in the past 2.5 years, this world has fallen into political chaos, right? Civil wars, usurpers everywhere, you name it. And even though Enderal isn't directly affected by these wars going on everywhere, there are strange things happening here too. Take the Woodsers, for example. There have been an unusual number of reports of wanderers being attacked by them in the open, which has never happened before. And the same goes for the Lost Ones, the living dead. Until 2 years ago, they were a rather rare magical phenomenon. But now every other corpse not properly cremated starts walking again as if it were the most natural thing to do. The strangest thing, however, is what they call the Red Madness.
Do you think this chaos could be in any way related to the rumours about the Lightborn's death? Anyone in Nehrim talks about, or everyone in Nehrim talks about him.
Yeah, the rumors. I've heard them too. And I could indeed imagine that they're true. And that there's a connection, yes.
Then you actually believe that someone did kill the Lightborn?
As I said, maybe. If you ask me, the Lightborn were never more than false gods anyway.
Okay, so you don't fully believe them? Even though you're part of the Holy Order? What do the Enderalians think about that? And here I thought the Enderalians were the most pious people in the civilized world.
Please, don't take me as an example. I've seen that a long life is only one of the things powerful magic can achieve. And this whole false deity theory isn't that new, after all. And seriously, let's say the Lightborn really are as mighty and omnipresent as the revelations say they are. Wouldn't they have the power to magically smite me here and now for my insolence? The Lightborn were just powerful kings. No more, no less. But that's just how I see it. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Far from it, no sweat. Still waiting for that smiting. Let's just say that I have my opinion and you have your, yeah, far from it.
Splendid. You never know. But we're digressing.
True, you mentioned something about the red madness.
Yeah.
Well, about a red madness.
It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their minds. Just a couple of weeks ago, for instance, there was a smith in Ark who slaughtered his entire family.
Shit.
He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like, "Fear the light," while he was doing it. Or a young noblewoman who killed herself by setting her family estate on fire for no apparent reason. Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen of them. That and the fact that the possessed's eyes glow red shortly before and during their deed has made people call it the Red Madness. And just 3 days ago it happened again. Only this time it was a magister from within the Holy Order itself.
A magister?
Right, you're not from here. A magister is a kind of sage from the Holy Order who teaches the young novices who are aspiring to become keepers or arcanists. Yarrow was his name, a man who had more than 60 winners on his back.
What did he do?
He killed 15 novices and himself.
Oh, damn.
According to the only eyewitness to survive, he entered the teaching room as usual to give a lecture on alchemy. But instead, he gave a strange speech in which he explained that humanity is corrupt, void, as he put it. Then his eyes started glowing, he locked the door, and, well, he tore himself apart with a magical explosion. You can imagine the kind of uproar that caused.
Blazes. This is horrible. So this is your role in all this. You said you work for the Order, but I don't take it you're no monk.
Well, I'm not exactly one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. I guess you could say my specialty is recovering things that have been lost. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the like. And the Order hired me to do exactly that. They want to know how a highly intelligent man like Yarrow could fall victim to the Red Madness. And also if there's a discernible pattern to how this malady, or whatever it is, chooses its victims.
In other words, you're searching for his motives. How could I help you with that? I don't know anything about this Yarrow.
True, but that's irrelevant. Yarrow grew up in a small village named Riverville, which isn't far from here.
No.
And according to some of the other wardens, he visited this area quite often after his partner's death. So it's quite possible we could find some clues around here. Shards of his past, if you like. I've already searched most of the area, but a second pair of eyes wouldn't hurt. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan. Where should I start?
Well, for starters, I need you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred. He was a childhood friend of Yarrow's, and he might be able to tell us something worthwhile. Secondly, a boy from the village told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the water near a cliff to the east. Go there and see if you can find whatever it was he wanted to get rid of. I myself will have a look at the house Yarrow grew up in. Here, this is a map of the region. The blue dot over here is Yarrow's old house. And at the risk of sounding heartless, you should head back to the apothecary's camp. Maybe the bandits left behind some equipment. If there's nothing else, I'd say off we go. Let's shed some light on this Yarrow and his motivations. Meet me at his old house when you're ready. I'll be waiting there.
If the quest objective is marked by one or more stars, they indicate the difficulty of their quest or the said quests. And at the same time, a level you should have for the quest. Okay. So one is very easy. This is fucking something else. Find a strong butcher's hero. Okay, wow, well. Looks like we're off. Let me grab some of your shit out of your tent. Oh, you do have a bed here as well. You have plenty of beds and a book. The Butcher of Ark, Volume 1. Follow the fire. Okay, I'm probably not going to read all this, but if people want to read, then I'll do page by page. I'll just leave it for a second so people can pause if they want to read the books. This is a pretty long book. And this is just book 1. Jesus Christ. Does this book ever end? Alright, seriously, does this book have an ending? Oh, there we go. Bloody hell, spending a minute trying to get a book. Oh, it's actually a quest. Read all time. There's 10! Nah, that was the first one. There's fucking 10 of them. Gather knowledge about Enderal. Okay, yeah. So we have to talk to Yarrow's child friend Alfred, find the strong box, which Yarrow threw into the sea near the house.
Never walked back on the road from the aged man's abode. Ugh, blazes. Sorry. I know. I can't sing.
Grab a pumpkin, no? Is this back to the apothecary then? Or the I can't remember what they call themselves. Old dam lookout discovered. Okay, so we can go into this old dam place. We'll do that in a sec. Once I scavenge the attack site. Looks like they used capture stuff here, maybe. This is really nice. Beautiful place. Very loud. Any hidden loot? Nope. Oh shit. You wanna go? I'll avenge Finn. For Finn! Oh. Oh. Listen. Stop shooting me. Draw a weapon, you coward. Fight me in sword to sword combat. I can't block your arrows. Fuck yeah, right in the face. Iron gauntlets, take them. Longbow, old, yeah, take all this. This still empty? Yeah. I saw a naked body. Finn. Oh no, he wasn't naked. Finn, what have they done to you? Badge of the apothecary. I only got a longbow, I guess we'll take it anyway, and some robes. Poor Finn. He was a good man. Well, they really lured him. And Carbos. I remember both of you. Guess there was some loot left here, I guess. Empty barrel. Let's have a look inside this the old dam here. I don't think I picked up any good stuff. What did change? I don't actually have any gauntlets. Okay, I'll grab them then. And this is light armor. Now, there isn't medium armor in this in Skyrim, is there? I guess I'll try and wear light armor that is somewhat heavy. I don't want to be like a tank wearing like fucking strapped like all the way up, filled up with heavy armor. I don't really want to be that type of character. I want to be like somewhat light, but not wear light armor. I don't know, maybe I will use light armor. It depends. I need to look at the skills really. I'll grab these nails. You never know when they're needed. Chest. We've got some coins. Some lovely paintings. Search the barrel. Spare parts. I'll guarantee these spare parts are going to be needed for something. Use traps and oil puddles. Damage the enemies. Okay. Moss crawler. You're a fucking strong guy. Get out of my face. God, I need a good sword. I need some stand back. Hang on, time out. Let me have a breather. No, I missed. There we go, right in the head. Moss crawler, we'll grab that venom. And let's see here, what else? So we got a an old blister. Oh, okay. So that's what that did. Shoes, a hat, flagon. Iron ingot, I'll take that. Shields increase your arm rating even if you are not blocking with it. Blocking... Okay. So we've got some loot here. Destroying spiderwebs. Blocking your way. Okay. Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that? Spider prey. Lockpicks. An empty sack. Let me through. Nothing there. Ah. Oh. Secret room. Some potions and poison. Ah. Got some lube oil. Don't get that lube. Loads of spare parts. Wait, a saw. Coins. Flower sack there. Magic symbol. 2 of 100. There we go. God, we're never gonna get all them, that's for sure. God, a fucking... Keep getting a bit spooked here. I thought someone was like knocking on the door then. Like on the in-game. I thought someone was like... There was an event happening. Well, anyway, this space is clear by the looks of it. We have to venture onward. So let's actually have a look at the map. I haven't looked at it. So there's the... So we've got some towers. My red tower. So this is where we have to go to the childhood friend. Tower of the Sun Coast, and then there's that's that there. It looks like there's some type of castle or ruins here. Yeah, it looks like a castle. Some type of village there. Got some big settlements around here. This map's pretty big. And then you have Ark, the West Gate. Yeah, this place is quite big actually. Some type of ruin on top of these mountains over here. Well, I think that this is probably a nice place to stop. We've gotten pretty much into the game now. We're in the open world. We can explore. We're at that. Come on now. I was just about to end the episode. Oh god. Help me. Jespar, help me. Fuck. Go on, dual wield that bitch. Good teamwork, Jespar. Well, yeah, I think this is a good place to stop for now. We're going to do some exploring next time, I think, and go on to these quests. There's a boat there, there's a fort over there. There's some weird LOD stuff happening right now. Just ignore that, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, if you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for more. And I hope to see you again next time.